what this is a document that comes from a teacher named Andrew Bartzis. This teacher is one who can read the Akashic records at a very high level, and this has been, for the last 5 years, one of the practices that has had a deep impact on my life, and I share it with you now. The soul contract removal to heal the divine masculine. I call to all spiritual contracts that exist within my past, present, and future beings, selves and existences in this dimension and time stream, and all time streams above and below the earth-centric sine wave of coexistence. At this exact moment, in the ever-present co-creative moment, I summon all my DNA lineage ancestors to create a unified, proper spiritual court of equity, so I may find remedy and resolve with all contracts that have inserted fine print during the pre-birth, birth, and puberty process. I call forth the proper spiritual court of equity to hear my decree of contract removal. I call forth all ancestors of all soul relations to hold space in this spiritual court of equity. I call to Earth Mother, Pachamama, and all her light denizens within all inner and outer space to come forward and occupy this spiritual court of equity. Great mystery, I call to you. I call to you with your sacred synchronicity, so all beings may hold space with unity consciousness. I call to Great Spirit, who lives within Great Mystery. You, the powers of Mother Earth, manifested, I call to your wisdom in this I am moment. Bless me as I walk this sacred soil. Bless me as I breathe your sacred air. Bless me as I warm myself with sacred fire. Bless me with your sacred waters of life. Bless me as I learn to walk with personal power. Today I travel the great unknown. Grant me the wisdom to be humble. Grant me the wisdom to love, even when love is not returned. Grant me the knowledge to balance my way of being, so I may heal my family, my tribe, my nation, and our Mother Earth. I am ready to invoke my natural rights as a sovereign male being, born to Earth Mother through a womb of a sacred female who was also born this way. I invoke my natural rights as a being of Earth Mother. I was born under the natural laws. With this wisdom of my natural birth, I now reclaim my place in the natural world. I revoke all energetic contracts with all people I have had sex with that was influenced by propaganda-based mass media or pornography. I return myself to the 0 point of the fetus in my mother's womb. I revoke all contracts with all perverted sacred masculine mystery schools who have operated with false information or who have created a patriarchal dominated society. I cancel, cure, or delete all contracts that perverts the sacred masculine during the birth canal phase of life. I revoke all spiritual contracts that create a sense of competition between the male species when dealing with any sacred feminine expression. I revoke all cultural taboos that create emotional distancing from women. I revoke all perverted spiritual contracts that place me in the incorrect sex that I chose before my birth. I revoke all contracts that create perversion of the male expression of sensual behavior. I revoke all contracts that house, hold, or store my sacred masculine energy to promote male-dominated sports, activities, or entertainment that demoralize or degrade the sacred feminine. I revoke all systems of patriarchal domination of the family unit. I return all definitions of family to Earth Mother, Pachamama, so remedy and resolve can be endeavored between all families, now healing the patriarchal concepts. I revoke all cultural contracts I incarnated or reincarnated with that create a male-dominated society structure. I return the sacred feminine to its right and proper place as equal partners in this co-creation experience of life. I revoke all spiritual contracts with all religions I have existed in that do not give full rights, duties, and responsibilities in total equity to the sacred feminine and masculine. I revoke all spiritual contracts that retain me in any way, shape, or form, or force me via soul contract to serve in war. I delete all patriot programming that creates a lust for war. I revoke all spiritual contracts that define the male as war-oriented. I revoke all spiritual contracts with all governments that I have served in during all times of war. I revoke all spiritual contracts that create a war-based, male-dominated military-industrial complex. I revoke all contracts that create a male-servicing sex industry that dominates women in any way, shape, or form. I revoke all spiritual contracts that create a sense of uncleanliness within my sacred masculine expression. I revoke all contracts that keep me trapped in shame, blame, or guilt created by perverted masculine or perverted feminine personalities. I revoke all contracts with the incubus and succubus grids I may have dealt with in all my past, present, and future lives. I hereby banish the entire incubus and succubus grid from my reality for all eternity. I hereby revoke my entire citizenship to all representations of kingship, dictatorship, religious monarchies, religious councils, or representative government concepts. I hereby permanently remove myself from all dreamtime societies interwoven with the system of domination and control that caused the erasure of our oral teachers and historians throughout the entire indigenous world. I hereby revoke every decision I have ever made while in service to the system of domination and control. All decisions made by a male soul contract holding representative of government are now placed in a proper spiritual court of equity with all ancestors present, so we may find remedy and resolve, not justice or judgment. I now state with full sovereign conviction that I am now fully present in the mighty I Am Self. I declare from this point forth, I now operate with a permanent spiritual court of equity when relating to healing the divine masculine or feminine, so perversion never re-enters my field of expression. I hereby declare that Earth Mother, Pachamama, is now in dominion with me for all forms of interpersonal relations, for all sentient kind, existing and coexisting on Earth Mother's realms. I call forth all the ancestors to honor this reading of my free will and enter it into the Earth Akashic record, for all sentient kind to understand our freedom comes with the use of free will. at all times.